Paul Urban, co-owner of Block 16. About 17 years ago, I really loved the independent, creative side of cooking, so I wanted to be my own boss. And supporting a local economy, I mean, I'm a local business and I want people to support me, so why wouldn't I support anybody else? The staff is extremely hard. Sourcing products that I would like to use during some of the harsher seasons we have here is a challenge. Block 16 was, honestly, it started at point A, and we put our heads down and we went with the flow with everything, and it brought us to point C, and I don't know what happened in the middle. We set out to open a fine dining restaurant. That had been our goal for years and years, and when we got Block 16, it was a little gyro shop. We borrowed enough money just to the penny to open, and then we had no money. So we both worked night jobs. We used the product that was here, and we figured we would change it eventually, but what we had here were hamburger buns and ground beef, and so that's what started our menu. And then we had other ingredients. We would make $75 in a day, and then the next day we'd have $75 or $50 that we could buy some more ingredients with, and so that's where our specials came from. By the time we got to a point where we could possibly afford to change anything, we had developed this crazy following, and this was before even hopping on social media. We started to see people that really liked the sandwiches that we were doing, and so we kind of went with the flow, and that's what we've done the whole time. Somebody graffitied our bathroom, and so we hired another graffiti artist to finish the job. I mean, we just take the hits and we roll with them and do our best. So our first big push of business came when we got our first review from the local food critic here in town. It was actually a crazy day. I had left. It was on a Friday. I left, and Jessica was running the line all by herself. And we ended up having a record day. Jessica cooked for everybody, including the food critic, and somehow she pulled it off and just killed it. And the food critic loved it. We got a glowing review. It really boosted our business. And then about a year later, they did a food prowl in town to find Omaha's best burger, and we've got some nationally known burger restaurants in Omaha. So when we were included in it, it was helpful. But then when we won it, that just elevated everything. I mean, we went from using 75 pounds of local ground beef every week to about 400 pounds of ground beef every week. And then after that, a few media publications came through. We were in the Toronto Star, we were in the Minneapolis Star, we were in the Chicago Tribune, and it kept building and building. And then the day that Alton Brown came in, it changed everything. And I mean, we literally took our phone off the hook after he left because it wouldn't stop ringing, and it was off the hook for 3 months. When things got back to normal, we were on the front page of USA Today because of Alton Brown. He was talking about his favorite food, and we were listed, and it got crazy. And then, you know, we got the right staff in here, and we all put our heads down and we just started to work, and we've just kept it going until recently Sam Sifton from the New York Times came in, and that has kind of pushed us again to, you know, the national level, and it's just been crazy.